Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.
Hi, I'm Cherry Johnson with Watauga County Arts Council, and I think you probably are aware that the Arts Council is a nonprofit. Surely you are. And like every nonprofit, we always are looking for new ways and creative ways to make funds to do the cool things we do all through the community. Recently, I got an email, and from that email came what you see for you today. I have with me Ingrid Humphrey, more fine, and I'm going to try this, Zach Brazeley. I came close. Okay. Zach and Maura and Ingrid are seniors at Appalachian, and I just learned that they're arts management majors, just like me. No, I wasn't an arts management major. When I was in college, they didn't have arts management majors. But they are going to do similar things somewhere in the community. Let's talk about that first. What are you going to do, Ingrid, when you graduate? What is your dream job?
My dream job? I really want to work with a community arts organization that does community arts programming, just kind of making art available for anybody who's interested and everybody who needs it.
See, I said she's going to do what I do. Okay. Now, Maura has a slightly different perspective. What are you going to do?
Well, I applied for summer internships in a museum across North Carolina and also in DC. So first I have to get one, and then I want to see if I really see myself working in a museum, maybe being a curator, maybe getting a master's in that, or doing something else that relates to art, like education.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, what about you, Zach?
My answer is about the same as Ingrid's. I want to do something with public engagement, getting the community
That's
involved.
cool. Now, what's your background that made you want to do this?
Personally, I've always been into art. It's only been throughout the past few years that I've really seen the importance in engaging the public, getting the community involved, and having art be a method where anyone can use it in their daily lives.
Right, exactly. Now, where are you from?
I'm from, actually, the same place as you, Cherry. Marshville, North Carolina.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that, yes. So,
Outside of Charlotte.
are you familiar with the Arts Council in that area, the Union County Arts Council? No. Okay, so you need to get to know them.
I haven't been back home much lately.
Yeah. Now, how about you, Ingrid? Where are you from?
I'm from Asheville, and I don't know, I started out, I wanted to be an illustrator, came to App, didn't enjoy the the kind of computer work that was involved with that, and then I found out about the art management program from being at school here. I was not aware of it at all before, and so I just kind of got into that, and I really enjoyed it, and kind of figured out what I really wanted to do. The program. Really.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, Maura, what possessed you to go into arts management?
Well, I was into art from a very young age. Like, I think since I was 6 years old, I was in workshops and constantly working on different mediums, if it's painting, drawing, even video art at a certain point. So I do see myself as an artist, but I also wanted to work with other artists and maybe work in an art environment besides my own studio work. So it kind of fits these aspirations.
So you heard about the arts management program after you came to ASU, or you came for the program?
I came for the program. I found it online, and it looked like a very unique and interesting program
That's cool.
to go to.
That's cool. I'm glad that major exists now. I think it's a really cool thing. And also, we were talking before we started taping today that you guys have a broad background, not just in art classes, which all of you obviously would have, but you also have management classes and things of that sort. So tell me something about some of those.
Well, our major is kind of a hybrid. It takes studio courses, which is all the painting, drawing, sculpture.
Right.
Combines it with art history, with a few exhibition-specific classes, kind of the concepts and theories and logistics of putting together an exhibition.
Right.
And then it adds a lot of the business aspects you've mentioned. So marketing, management, entrepreneurship.
Now, are you dabbling in all the art forms in this major?
I've tried to, just so I can get an understanding.
You do need to.
Of the amount of work that goes into each medium, because I feel like it's important to be able to recognize that.
Right. Now, do they require you guys to take other arts discipline courses at all?
Yes, we do art history and also some studio art classes.
Okay, but you don't do music or dance or theater?
We don't actually. There's one theater course that's called art management, and it's not a class that we're required to take, but it's about a lot of like behind the scenes, like running. It would be a really useful class for us, but it's not part of our major. But it's about kind of running. Because it is really theater based. You have to go to a lot of performances and stuff for that class. But it's about like putting on a theater event, putting on an event.
How to actually do it. And realistically, especially for what you're talking about going into, and you two, having a multidisciplinary approach, to the arts is really important, because obviously the arts are a lot more than just visual.
Right.
There's a lot more to it. So now in your situation, you may be able to limit yourself to the visual and explore that to your heart's content. So now, one of the classes you had to take was fundraising, right? Which is a really good class to take if you're in arts management.
Right.
So what happened? Tell me about the class.
We're in that class right now, and we are a group for that class. For this class, every group had to pick a local nonprofit to work with and put on a fundraiser.
Right.
And it's our responsibility, like each group's responsibility is to pretty much instigate and run the fundraiser. So it wasn't you can't just jump into something that the organization is already doing. You have to start something new, pretty much. And so we, as all arts management students, we chose to work with the Watauga County Arts Council because it's one of the local art nonprofits here.
So yeah, we're considered in Watauga County the center point of the arts in Watauga County.
Right.
So that was a good choice. Of course, I think it's a good choice. Now, we got together and we brainstormed a good bit, and a lot of ideas bounced around. And then the idea that you settled on is called
Paint and Pint.
And why is it called that?
It's going to be an event at Lost Province, the restaurant and brewery. And what we're going to have there is a few local artists doing live painting. So that's the paint aspect. And then each ticket will be redeemable for a pint of beer at Lost Province. So you've got your paint and you've got your pint of beer. And so it's kind of just going to be an evening to hang out, watch some local artists paint, and enjoy the company of other people.
And there's also more you're working on, I know, some prizes.
Yes, the people just going to come to our event will have the opportunity to win some great prizes. We communicated with some businesses in Boone and asked for a small contribution for event, and hopefully we already got some yeses. So there's definitely going to be some great prizes that people can get.
And if you're a business owner and you're listening to this and you'd like to participate, then you can contact the Arts Council. I'll connect you to more if you need be. But there's an opportunity to have your prizes available for and that way it's advertising and all those good things, and gives people a chance to kind of get into the action a little bit, So now, speaking of getting into the action, you've been lining up some stuff too.
That's right.
What have you been doing?
Gonna have live music as well. Gonna have local musicians, Grayson Foster and Kyle Weidman, doing an acoustic set.
And what do they play?
Guitar and mandolin.
Are they gonna sing or just play?
They might do a few soft vocal songs, but some of it might just be purely instrumental.
So the picture I'm getting in my head is that people are sitting around tables or somewhere, and they're enjoying their beer, and they're munching on some lightweight munchies, and they can order a meal if they want to, and they're enjoying music. They're watching painters create wonderful paintings right in front of their very eyes, and every so often there are prizes given away, right?
Yeah. Sounds.
That's a pretty cool evening. And for only $7.
That's right. That money goes to benefit your scholarship.
And let's talk about that. Now, the Arts Council, as you already know, does a lot of workshops, classes, camps, variety of things that we do. And these are things that, of course, have to have a charge with them, the tuition. And for many folks, that's not a big deal, but for some folks, it is a big deal. And they want to participate, but there just aren't quite enough funds available to do that. And so you guys are helping us supplement that fund that people can apply to, and they can get a break on tuition at varying levels, depending on what their need is. So we can make it accessible to everybody, which is really the big goal, is to make sure everybody gets involved in the arts in one way or the other.
That's right.
So we really appreciate y'all selecting the Arts Council, and a lot of folks will benefit from this. So the more that you raise, the more people that will benefit. So guess what? That's your challenge. You're going to come out and help the Arts Council, right? You can get your tickets. We have a variety of ways you can get tickets. You guys are going to have tickets available yourselves, right?
Yes.
And then also the Arts Council will have some at the Blue Ridge Art Space, and also on our website. We're going to be putting it online, and you can go there and go to our online store, and you'll be able to find the link. Now, you can also go through the website, or you can go through the Facebook page, and you can end up at the online store either way. And you can purchase your ticket right there. It's on PayPal, so it's very secure. And we'll have your tickets at the door. We'll have a list at the door, and you'll be able to check yourself in as you come in. And the reason you want to do it in advance is why?
Because the ticket price will go up from $7 to $10 the day of the event. So you want to try to get those tickets early.
So impulses can be expensive. So you want to plan ahead. so gather some folks. This will be fun. It's on a Sunday evening, April the 19th. You said 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
So it'll be a nice, relaxed Sunday evening. So it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you all so much for doing
Thank you for
this.
having us, Jerry.
We're looking forward to seeing you there, and looking forward to seeing all the cool stuff that's going to happen that night. Check our website, watauga-arts.org, for information about this and a lot more.
Watauga Arts Council with your host, Cherry Johnson, serving arts in Watauga County for more than 30 years.